drawing or a mixture. So we're going to review each of these things. So we know that all matter that exists can be divided into substances which are going to be pure, always the same, and they are chemically bonded together, right? They're chemically bonded. Whereas mixtures are not pure. They're going to be different, and they are only physically mixed. They are not chemically bonded. And so what are the two types of substances that we talked about? We talked about elements and compounds. And then the two type of mixtures we talked about were, I'm going to do these over here. Let's go back. Heterozygous. Not heterozygous, heterogeneous. That's a word you're going to learn later on. Heterogeneous, which means it has a different makeup. So the parts are going to be visible. And then homogeneous, this is where it has the same, goodness, keep hitting the screen. Homogeneous has the same makeup. And it is going to look the same throughout. It doesn't have a different makeup. And then we know that homogeneous can also be called a solution. So these are the things that you should know. Sometimes atoms bond together and they form molecules. You can have two different types of molecules. You can have elemental molecules, and these are the elements that I told you about that are so reactive they can't be alone. And so these are things like hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, and chlorine. And there are some others, and so that you see they're exactly the same and they're bonded together. Then at the bottom, these are examples of compound molecules. So here I have two different things coming together. And so sometimes I even have more than two. So these are all going to be examples of compounds. These are made up of one atom, and these are going to be made up of two or more different atoms. Two or more different atoms. Those are elemental and compound molecules. Then we talked about the two different types of mixtures. So again, heterogeneous are mixtures where the particles are evenly dispersed. They're not going to look the same. The parts are going to be visible, like a rock, pizza, cereal. So this was our Chex Mix. So if it looks different, and it's not always the same, and they are also not chemically bonded, just physically mixed together. Let's see, Chex Mix. Then the other type is homogeneous, same makeup. These are where the particles are evenly dispersed. It looks the same. It looks exactly the same. This would be like lemonade. This would be like our example of lemonade. So, and you also need to know the two parts that make up a homogeneous mixture or a solution. So a solute is what is going to be dissolved in the solution. So in this case, I'm going to make a sugar solution. So the sugar is going to be the solute, and I'm going to put that into what it's dissolved in, which we call the solvent. In this case, the solvent will be water. So the solvent is water. All right, so matter can be divided into substances and mixtures. So an element, remember, is going to be one type of atom, right? Only one type of atom. And then a compound is going to be two. And they're going to be bonded together, right? This would be a compound. They look two or more bonded together. And then in mixtures, I can have two types of mixtures, but when we think about our particle drawings, we really only have one. So for my mixture, I might have some elements in there. I might have a different kind of element. Looks like that. And then I might even have a compound in there as well. And all these things would be mixed in together, not bonded together, and that would make it a mixture. All right, so there's your review. So go back to Canvas and move on to the next thing. Good luck.